Then the door opened. A woman stepped in. She was middle-aged, kind eyes. A quiet strength. She glanced at May and simply asked, "Why do you look so sad?" May didn't answer at first. But something in the woman's tone, gentle, unlocked her voice. Slowly, she told her everything. The betrayal, the other woman, the pregnancy, the heartbreak that refused to let her breathe. The woman listened without interrupting. Then she asked one question. "Is your husband abusive?" May shook her head. "No, he's not abusive, just broken. And he broke me too." The woman nodded, sympathy deep in her eyes. "This is my third marriage," she said softly. May looked up, surprised. "My first husband cheated and I ran. I thought divorce would heal me. My second husband was the worst. His mistress stood right in my doorway. I divorced again. I thought I was finally done with pain." She paused, remembering her past. But the pain followed me, because I took it with me. Divorce didn't heal betrayal. Only God can. May listened, still and shaken. "When I came back to God," the woman continued, "my pastor told me something that changed my life. The enemy will strike, but God fights for those who surrender their battles to Him." Her smile was gentle, lived in. "It didn't happen overnight. But when I let God become the pillar of my life, not just my marriage, something shifted. Not because the men changed, but because I did." For the first time in weeks, a flicker stirred inside May. Not certainty, not instant healing, but a small, fragile breath of hope. A whisper that maybe, just maybe, her story wasn't finished. "Why don't you go to God first?" The woman told May, her voice calm but compelling. "Let God guide you. Before you make any final decision, give your heart to God. Let God heal you." The words were simple, yet they carried a quiet power, softening her heart in places pain had hardened. The woman's words echoed in her chest, and by the next day, she found herself walking toward her pastor's office, ready to ask for help. She walked into the church slowly, each step peeling away a layer of fear. The sanctuary felt untouched by the chaos of her life. Still, sacred, safe. By the time she sat across from her pastor, her heartbeat had softened. He met her eyes, not with judgment, but with a quiet grace that disarmed her completely. "May," he said gently, "why didn't you come to God sooner? Why do you run to man? People will always advise you from their own understanding, their own wounds, their own limits. When trouble comes, the first person you should run to is God. Not man. Only God knows the full truth. Only Him can give you the strength to stand and the right path to follow." May's eyes was filled with tears. Not because his words were harsh, but because they were true. She had allowed every other voice to drown out the still, small voice she needed most. The pastor opened his Bible with steady hands, showing her verses on healing, wisdom, and restoration. Scriptures that felt like gentle stitches on a torn heart. Then the pastor looked up, his voice low but firm. Fast and pray for 3 months. Let God work on your heart and on your marriage. Don't rush the pain. Don't rush the healing. And if after that time you still believe divorce is the only way, then at least you'll know your decision came from peace, not pressure. May left the church with a quiet resolve. Her pain did not disappear, but peace found her, because she had placed her burden in hands stronger than her own. And for the first time in months, the silence in her chest was no longer empty. It was sacred.